Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ace Kanti. Welcome to this episode. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been asking or searching for the breakdown or details for this particular story, and most of you guys have seen in the news the story involving two aircraft that passed through the country for drug trafficking that was alleged or reported by the MP for Asin South, Reverend John Ntim Fordjour. More stories there in the conversation. Even this afternoon, we saw reports where they said national security operatives have visited his home to arrest him, and then the 88 MPs from the camp of the NPP were also at his house saying that they are not going to allow him to be arrested. Over the weekend, you saw his back and forth with Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye online, where they called him Osofo Muku and all that. But I'll bring you guys the details to the story. Has he been taken? Has the national security operatives arrested him? Is he still at home? What were the 88 MPs doing at his house? What is the details to the story? But the honest truth, you and I, we can't tell, but what the reportage online is what I'm going to let you guys know about. So this episode is brought to you by KSS Merch. Be part of the family. Follow us on Instagram, KSS Merch _global. Get your tank tops, your shirts, your crop tops. Be part of the family, and then let's grow together. Now, if you have been following the news feed for quite some time now, Reverend Ntim Fordjour has been in the news. He's the senior pastor for Higher Heights Sanctuary at Lakeside. He's the senior pastor. At the same time, he was the former deputy minister for education, the MP for Asin South constituency. On 1st of April, right, the minority in parliament held a press conference that was hosted by Reverend John Ntim Fordjour that cited that some two aircraft be enter the country, can do some skirmishes, can take some money, drop some money. And it got like the whole nation's attention because a country like Ghana, now, the drug trafficking, cocaine, and things, then money laundering is not something that we are known for. So if an MP draws our attention to something like this, there is a need that we look into this particular issue and then we find the root cause, how true the story is, or how who is involved in this. Is it an MP? Is it a government and all that? So during the press conference, you could see watch the video.
On the matter of air med flights and Kwadwo Air private jets transporting suspected cocaine and cash. Ladies and gentlemen, on another security matter related to our airspace, the Minority Caucus calls on national security to, as a matter of urgency, make public the content of cargo suspected to be cocaine and cash transported into the country by two suspicious flights, namely Air Med flights N823AM and Kwadwo Air private jets Antonov and 12B, which landed on the tarmac of Kotoka International Airport in March 2025 from Gran Canaria, an island of Spain, and departed to the same Gran Canaria days after their arrival. Reliable intelligence intercepted by the Minority Caucus indicates that on March 20th, 2025, Air Med flights N823AM, which is an air ambulance, and I must stress, it's an air ambulance designed specifically to carry patients, landed at Kotoka International Airport in Accra, Ghana, and remained in the country for 5 days before departing 1 a.m. on March 25th, 2025, back to Gran Canaria. Our intelligence further persists that no patient was transported by the said Air Med flights.
So yes, in the press conference, he called on the relevant security agencies to provide details for the cargo suspected to be cocaine currency and then allegedly transported into Ghana from Gran Canaria, an island in Spain, that's Las Palmas, that is known for its notoriety in drug trafficking and money laundering. So he alleged that some two flights entered this country and they were involved in some drug trafficking and then some money laundering. So the security agencies for bring with details on that particular story. You know, as an MP, this be their job. So when the moment he said this in the video, he posted a video on his Twitter page online. When he posted, attention was drawn to the president of the land, that's His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, forcing him to come out and then tweet and asking security agencies to invite the MP to cooperate with him to get the details of the story, since the MP say It is here for drug trafficking and then money laundering. So this was what the president posted on his Twitter page. My attention has been drawn to allegations made at the press conference today by the Honorable Member of Parliament, Reverend John Ntim Fordjour, regarding 2 suspicious flights arriving at the Kotoka International Airport suspected to be involved in drug trafficking and money laundering. Government takes all allegations seriously and is to ensure a thorough and transparent investigation. I have directed all relevant investigation agencies, including the Narcotics Control Commission, the Police CID, the National Investigations Bureau, and the National Security Coordinator, to immediately and fully collaborate with the Honorable Member of Parliament so he provides all necessary information to investigate the allegations and take all action necessary to expose the drug dealing. We will maintain zero tolerance for using Ghana as a transit or final destination for drugs or drug trafficking. The NIB made a high-profile best of drugs last week with a street value of $350 million. Let's build Ghana together. So the president drawn the attention of the national security operatives and then the Narcotics Control Board, the CID, and all the relevant agencies to invite the MP cooperate with him. What happened? Who is involved? Can you give us details? Can you tell us more? So the cooperation there between the MP and then the national security operatives. Then the Minister for Government Communications, that is Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, he came out on Twitter probably after the findings of government investigations and all that. He was on Twitter to explain or debunk the statements from the Honorable MP, citing that it just be like some propaganda and the MPP have not fully recovered from the 38% that they had in the recent elections. So it just be propaganda to tarnish the image of the National Democratic Congress. So he recorded a 7-minute video explaining the whole situation. And according to him, the flights that were coming into the country, I have the details. It be 2 flights. One was a cargo plane and then an air med. That was the second one. The first one had an engine blade damage and then severe leakages in the country. So when he arrived here, it had severe oil leakage, and then engine blade damage. So another flight came in and then it carried probably the things that the flight was transporting. The flight was not coming to Ghana actually. So when it was coming, it had an engine. When it landed, they realized it had engine blade damage and then severe oil leakages. So another flight came into the country to transport the goods that flight was carrying away. And then that flight was in the country for about 12 days for them to repair or fix. And then the second flight that was in the country for refueling and then crew rest. So all those 2 flights were not directly coming into the country. Then they pass Ghana, go somewhere. So the second flight was coming to the country for fueling and then crew rest. And while landing, they had a tire burst and then the landing gear also had a problem. So that one to another flight come in, bring, you can see on your screen, they bring the tires and all other things that they needed to fix that particular flight, another flight coming to the country to solve that particular problem. And before all these flights left the country, the Narcotics Control Board and all respective security agencies, they checked and they realized that this flight that has come into the country, there's nothing involved. They don't have any problem. Nothing about drug trafficking or money laundering except they inside. So after he posted this on his Instagram, he went on to call the MP for Asin South, that is Osofo-Moko. After that was where I felt like it was too extreme to call a man of God by that name. This is what Felix Kwakye Ofosu tweeted. He said, Osofo-Moko, then he tagged him in Ntim Fordjour. What a clown. I feel like that was too harsh on the member of parliament. But, well, this is what he said. Then it was a back and forth between himself and then the MP for Asin South, back and forth. Other MPs even hopped on and then they also shared their thoughts. So this morning, then issues there, like I saw tweets, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, your days are numbered, your days today. I didn't understand. Fast forward, they say national security operatives enter in house, NIB, everybody day in house with about 50 armed men. They storming house, say yes, they are here to arrest him or they can't take him go police custody. Bro, the MP what is happening? How come the MP and some report that I've read is that they have tried to engage the member of parliament, but it's like cooperation not really there because the MP no really get facts to the issue. Like that's some of the stories that I was seeing online. Say he's not trying to cooperate to the National Investigations Bureau. They decided, say, yes, we'll come to your house and then we can carry you go. So a day house this afternoon, then bram. Bro, the cars were storming out. A lot of vehicles. I didn't understand. And after they enter in house, boom. For me, first immediate report that we saw is that they can't carry him go. He has been taken away, and so there were videos where party supporters were there citing that he's an MP and he's not supposed to be treated this way. They are supposed to invite him, an MP. I'm sure you guys know the law that an MP is not cannot be arrested on his way to parliament. That we have laws like that and all that. So people were citing and they said, oh, he's in the house. So when it happened that way, I thought he has been taken away. Further reports, we saw footages and videos of the MPs from the camp of the MPP visiting his apartment, that they are not going to allow anyone from government to intimidate Reverend Ntim Fordjour. So MPP has 88 parliamentarians in parliament. We had a lot of them. They all go in house, including the party secretary, the national youth organizer for the MPP, everyone, the minority leader was there. Everybody go in house. Say, if you arrest him, then carry me or go. If you carry our person, then carry Israel. This one, boys, or more kaboom. If you, because the press conference was organized by the minority in parliament, but he was the one that led the course. So if he's the one that said it, it represents all of us. So if you say that you are here to carry him away, then we are all here. Carry us away. So you could see the MP for Sawama Duajiri, Honorable Frank Anodompre, in the short. You could see the minority leader. He also had a brilliant submission to give. Listen to his speech.
This morning, we heard of this intimidation and harassment from the NIB. We least expected such a step to be taken by government by using agents of the state. Our country is a country of democracy. Yes. And I'm reiterating the point. His Excellency President Mahama, I don't see him as a politician. I see him as a statesman, because his term is his final term. So those who work under him should help him to leave a legacy. Yes. What we are experiencing shouldn't be part of his legacy. 4 years is far, but near. Ghana has been in this exercise for years, and we don't need what we've experienced this morning. The caucus expressed a view through its authorized member, Mr. Ntim Fordjour, a reverend minister and a politician.
You see, we will not be intimidated. So as it stands, when they said per his speech, he said the national NIB people have left and the national security, the people, they have gone back to wherever they came from. But as to the truth about the matter, it being with the fine now. The truth, who they lie, because he says this, the government representatives also say this. So where the truth answer be? For me as a day again, now the truth I won't know. Ghanaians want to know the truth. The truth where come the grand arena from Las Palmas or wherever, drug trafficking, money laundering. Is it true or is it a lie? The camp of the NDC say it be lie. He to say it be true. And if you go to his Twitter page, after the national NIB people come in house, when they visited his home, and then his people didn't allow him to be intimidated or carried away, he tweeted this on his page. He said, "Truth will stand always. I stand by the truth. Thank you all." So it means that he tweeted, they stand on business. The other side too, they stand on business. So who they lie? Why y'all playing with our minds? People say how flight they come. People were trying to explain the side of the the Minister for Government Communications, Honorable Felix Ofosu, how do you say flight is coming to the country, then in the land, then the tide will burst, oil leakage. Like, people have cited a lot of, they are saying their own things online, but we just need the clear story. So I'm only asking Reverend Ntim Fordjour that if you have the details they're presenting here, who is involved, let's cut the person, because from the other side, they said they have presented. So we also need to see presentation from this side to know who is telling lies and who know they tell lies. By the way, right now, the small thing, now then they enter your house. Small thing you did, now then just enter your house. Yeah, 3 days ago, I saw a video where they said that the National Security Operative raided the ADC, former ADC for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They raided his home. I don't know. But right now, small thing, now then they enter your house. Small thing, they enter your house. Whether I don't know, with warrant. I don't know for this particular one. I don't know if they had a warrant to come or they don't have. Like, the details, I don't really know. But I want to see what is going to happen after this particular, because yes, as it stands, the report is that he has been taken away. But no, you could see him in the video when the minority leader was speaking. He was standing right beside the minority leader. He is home. Nobody carry him go anywhere. So the reports that you see that he has been taken away, that is absolutely false. That is not true. But we want to know the real story. Who they lie? And who know the lie? Because money laundering. So this is what is happening. If you have seen 2 aircrafts that has been in the country for some money laundering and things. This is the details to the story. Probably will follow the news. Anything that happens or subsequent bulletins or reports will let you guys know what happened or what is happening with this particular story. Who lied? Is it true that somebody be Sofomoko or somebody do be Sofomoko? We'll bring you guys the details on that. My name is Ace Kanti. I'll see you. This episode was brought to you by KSS Podcast. We out.